The United Nations Climate Change Conference starts in Paris on Monday, just over 2 weeks since the deadly terror attacks that claimed 130 lives. The French government was quick to confirm the event would still go ahead, but it will do so under extraordinary security. Simon McGregor-Wood reports from Paris.
At the site of the conference outside Paris, nothing is being left to chance. Police check everything and everyone. Inside, there is airport-style security for the 40,000 expected visitors. Even the local water supply is being protected from possible poisoning. Police and soldiers patrol the metro and train lines as authorities prepare to close roads to the conference. After the 13th of November terror attacks, security is already tight. But an event with over 140 heads of state needs a lot of protection. Under the existing state of emergency, 120,000 troops and police are already on the streets of France. For the climate conference, an extra 8,000 police officers will check the country's borders. 2,800 police will be guarding the conference itself.
Mobile units, riot squads and gendarmerie units will be called on at an unprecedented level, both in Paris and in the provinces, so that public order is ensured.
All demonstrations and protest marches have been cancelled to allow the security services to concentrate on protecting the event itself.
Climate change campaigners and NGOs accept the need to limit their protests and demonstrations in Paris, but they insist climate change itself is a threat to global security, and failure to deal with it will lead to a further destabilization of an already dangerous world.
They're encouraged the conference is going ahead. They hope world leaders finally get the connection between a warming world and security.
Scientists have been very clear that due to the increasing number of floods, droughts, heavy rainfalls and storms, the destabilization of societies will happen more often in the future.
It's a massive security challenge, but it's a crucial global event that simply has to go ahead. It's also a chance for Paris and the French to show defiance, and that despite the tragedy it has suffered, events such as this and daily life here go on.
Well, for more, let's cross to Simon McGregor-Wood in Paris. Simon, good to speak to you. Despite the recent attacks, the French government have decided to go ahead with COP21. Simon, if you can hear me, I said despite the recent attacks...
Yes, that's right. I think they're in between a rock and a hard place because the logistics, the amount of planning that's gone into this event over the years... Yes, it's a question, I think, also of national prestige. It is clearly a major security challenge. Over 140 heads of state arriving from Sunday afternoon onwards for Monday's launch of this extraordinarily important conference. Logistically, I think it was impossible for the event to be planned anywhere else in the time available to it, and I think this was an opportunity for the French government and the French nation to show its defiance that they weren't willing to capitulate, if you like, to the terrorists who attacked the city on November the 13th. So it's a question of logistics. It's a hugely important event. It couldn't have been organised anywhere else. And of course, it's a question of national prestige for the French.
Well, Simon McGregor-Wood there for us in Paris. Thank you for that. And sorry about that large delay on the line there.